Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. And for those of you who've been here before and you came back, welcome back. So, you guys know what this is about. It's time for another Baje Meets Naija video, and we're still on the topic of cuisine. You guys have loved this so much that I've decided to answer all your requests and make another cooking tutorial. So without further ado, let's get into it. So on today's cooking agenda, we have Nigerian egg sauce, yam, and plantain. And this came heavily requested, so I knew that I had to try and do this for you as soon as possible. So I was able to get some yam during the week, and here we are with this video. What I love about yam and eggs is just that it's something that you can do very quickly but is very filling, and as a result I make it as often as I have yam available. Plus it's also something that is highly requested in my household, so I wanted to do my best to perfect this recipe. So as usual, I've listed the ingredients here for you, and I'm going to give you a moment to review. One thing that you should know is that I did not use Scotch bonnet pepper while I was making it. However, this is something that you can use if you want your egg sauce to be spicy. This was just omitted for the sake of this video, but it's all up to you. You should also know that you can vary the amount of vegetables and the amount of eggs that you want to your preference. There's no limitation with this meal. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thanks, so let's get into it. So this is actually going to be a really hearty breakfast. As you can see, we're going to have some yam, we're going to have some plantain, and we're going to have some loaded eggs. So the first thing we're actually going to do is prep everything that we're going to use. So we're going to start by cutting up our pepper, our tomato, slicing our plantains, whisking our eggs, just getting everything prepared to help us manage this process more effectively, because we want to serve this meal nice and hot. I grabbed some bowls, and what I'm actually going to do is crack my eggs and put them in one bowl, and then slice my plantain and put them in another. Taking the skin off of my plantain, and what I actually want to show you is that we're going to be cutting it diagonally. This is what I mean. So we're going to continue going all the way through the plantain, all the way to the top. There we go, there's our plantain nicely sliced, and we're just going to sprinkle a little salt on this before we get ready to fry it. At this point, we have chopped up our peppers, our tomatoes, and I forgot to show you before, but we're using a small onion as well. We've chopped these up nicely, and we're going to put them in a bowl to prepare to cut up our yam. So notice that I actually cut up all of my veggies first, because obviously the yam has a bit of a dusty exterior, and we don't want to contaminate our cutting board. Alternatively, if you did cut your yam first, like, you just wash your cutting board before you start cutting up this one. Okay, so we're at the next stage of prep, and what we've done thus far is that we've cut off the end of our yam, and we're actually going to then cut the amount that we want. So today I'm probably just going to use to like here. So we're going to cut that off, put back the rest of our yam, and then we'll actually start to take the skin off of the yam. So we've completely peeled our yam, we've rinsed our cutting board, and now we're actually going to slice it. So what I wanted to show you is the two ways that you can cut it. So you can slice it just like this, or you can slice it into cubes. And what I want you to be mindful of when you cut it up, if you do decide to cut it like this, just be mindful that it's going to require a longer cooking time versus cubes. For the purposes of this video, we're actually going to do cubes, because I like how it makes it seem like there's more of the food than there actually might be. I just like how much volume it adds to the plate. We got our cubes, And our water is already boiling, so we're just going to add it right now. There we go. So we've added our yam. So this water we had boiling before, and we added some salt to it. And so now that we have our yam started, we're going to start on our plantain, and then we're going to move to our egg. So remember, because this is in cubes, it's going to have a shorter cooking time, so we're going to be very efficient as we make this, because we want this to be nice and hot when we serve it. Don't forget what I always tell you. Make sure that you're cleaning up in between. It just makes the kitchen process so much easier. Ignore my finger. That's a battle scar from earlier this week. Alright, look at that. Everyone has a different preference on how they want their plantain to be, but this is kind of how we like it. So our planting is done, and we actually put our vegetables in. See, everything is frying, and at this point as well, your yam should be almost done. Our yam should be just about done. We're just going to check by seeing if the fork passes through. There we go. At this point, we are ready with our eggs, because what we're going to do now is season up our fried tomatoes, onions, and peppers, and then add the egg to it. That you can gauge that is almost done is when you start to see like your onions turning more translucent, like you see that. Plus when you check the actual texture, it should be softer. So I did notice that I had a little bit too much oil, so what I'm actually going to do now is drain off some of this oil before I start to add my seasonings. It's much better. So we're going to add our seasonings now. Pepper, we're doing some curry. Just some curry. We're adding some thyme, some red chili flakes, Thalia spice, some salt to my egg before I add it all together. Before we add our egg, we're just going to add 1 cube of nor. We poured in our egg, and we're just going to let it sit for a few seconds before we start to scramble it all together. Here we go. And there we have it, folks. Nigerian egg sauce, yam, and plantain. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Until the next time, bye. So guys, that's how you make Nigerian egg sauce, yam, and plantain. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you like what you've seen, take a moment and click that like button right now. Also take a moment to share and subscribe to my channel, and please leave a comment if you love this video and let me know what you thought about it. Also leave a comment and let me know what you like to see next. Until next time, this is Thalia. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.